I've had him since he was a puppy. He's my one dog that I haven't rescued. All around other animals we've rescued. So.
Okay.
Is she comfy?
Then I can go on over to her. Hi.
What she likes to do, so we probably will.
Okay, that's totally fine. So cute. And how old is he?
He's about 9 to 10 years old.
Okay.
So. There you go.
Hi.
And he likes being a lap dog.
Yes, absolutely. He's a sweetie. He is a little bit sensitive, so it's like when there's different things going on in the house, he feels it really quickly. Like if somebody moves, if you've got like people over, all that. Like if you're at a party, he'd be like, "What is happening right now?" Like that kind of thing. So you might want to prep him a little bit.
He is. We do.
He has a lot of like almost nervous energy, but it feels like a breed thing versus like a insecure
like
thing.
Neurotic.
Yeah, and it's more like it's partially linked to the sensitivity because the sensitivity is like, wait, what's happening, and do I need to? He also feels like he needs to watch over everything and everyone. So, and he has no idea how small he is. So he will just be like, I don't know what's going on in there, and you need to let me know right now because it's my job to take care of things. So It's not that he's trying to be a pain if he's like getting your attention or barking. It's that he's like, but if I don't know what's going on, how am I supposed to take care of you? How am I supposed to protect you?
Sounds just like your mama. I'm the same way. I have to know everything and protect everybody, and I have to know what's going on everywhere. So
you're very well suited for one another.
Yes, we are. Well, that explains why a big truck goes down the street and he'll bark and alert us because
that's right. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? Yeah, he's a sweetie.
Koda.
He's also really smart. So not just like the sensitivity's there, and there's a perceptiveness that's there that's really amazing too. So a lot of times when he's with the other dogs, he just will, a lot of his feeling is like, yeah, you guys just go ahead and play over there and do your thing because you're driving me a little crazy. But it's not, he doesn't dislike anybody. He doesn't have like animosity towards any of the other pets or anything like that. He just feels like it's like if you were to bring another dog in or whatever, he would just feel like, okay, that's one more thing I gotta pay attention to and protect and that kind of thing. So yeah, he's such a cutie. Oh my gosh. Yeah, he's very sweet.
As you can tell. He's like,
he does his digestion ever bother him? Have you ever noticed like?
Yes, he's very sensitive. We have to get real bones. We can't do the rawhides.
Yeah.
They make him throw up.
It's too hard.
We tried to do a bleached bone that had peanut butter and stuff in it, and he loved it, but it came right up.
Yeah. It feels like if it was smaller, like a little smaller treat kind of thing, it would be okay, but he's part of being sensitive sometimes means his digestion's a little sensitive because just like we digest food, we also digest energy in our digestive system. So that's kind of a lot of what goes on with him. So if there's a lot going on, you might want to make sure that his diet is really easy to eat, kind of like when you were little and you were sick and your mom only gave you whatever rice and bananas and soup. Yeah, that kind of thing. So because it's super easy to digest.
Right.
So yeah, I've just watched like for times that are busy, he might need that a little bit more.
Okay.
But yeah, it's really just part of his sensitivity. It doesn't feel like just something to watch versus something to worry about.
Okay.
Yeah. What else?
You're a protective man, aren't you?
Yeah. So he also says he really likes walks, but they also stress him out. So it's kind of funny, like he loves being out, he loves getting his energy out, but at the same time, he's like, okay, I gotta pay attention to everything, I gotta make sure nothing's coming in. If there's a dog coming, it's like, okay, I gotta make sure it doesn't come anywhere near us. So it's so funny because there's this sort of like he's sort of warring with himself, like, yay, we're outside. Okay, what is going to happen out here?
Right.
So he's got to be on high alert, if that makes sense. So if he's a little weird on walks, that's probably why.
Yeah. He does get a little weird. He gets kind of comfy, and then all of a sudden he's like, what? Okay, I'm good. What? Huh.
And has he been with you longer than you've been with your husband?
Yes.
Yeah, because he was, did he do okay when you first? Like, it seems like he was a little bit suspicious.
When he was a puppy, he was drawn more to the men of the house. He didn't really care for the women. And so when I went to look at his litter, she was like, he's just he's drawn more towards men. He doesn't really like me or my daughter. He doesn't really care about us, but my husband comes home and he's right there. And so I was like, okay. So I go in the room because they just had him in a spare bedroom, and I sit down and I'm expecting other puppies to come to me, and he just right in my lap.
Yeah.
Jumped right into my lap. So
He's
I tell
very-
everybody, he came here for me. Him and I were meant to be, I think.
Absolutely. I totally agree.
And
at least in his mind, that's it. So
Yeah.
if you bring in other people or family members or whatever, that's fine. But and he'll protect them too because you care about them.
Right.
Otherwise
Yeah.
it'd be like, who are these people?
And when Travis and I went on our first date, Travis came to the door. Koda amazingly didn't bark at him.
Wow.
Koda let him in the house very kindly. Koda very much warmed up to him real quickly, and I was like, what happened to this dog that barks and checks everybody out and is very suspicious of everyone for the first 10 minutes,
Your husband's like a big sweetheart, though.
He
I know
is.
he's like big, but he's a big teddy bear,
He is.
really, at the end of the day. So
Yeah,
he has
and
good
animals,
energy.
animals are very drawn to him too.
Yeah.
So
I wouldn't be surprised.
yeah, he always teases me. If you ever leave me, I'm taking Koda. I'm like, no, Koda is not yours. Sorry. So I guess one thing that just popped in my mind with him, when we all leave, he's generally fine, but say I leave for work and my husband's here or the kids are here, he gets really anxious about me leaving, or my husband leaving, or if the kids are leaving, or if we have visitors over and they're leaving. He's like, is that just part of him going, well, my mom loves you and now I'm worried about you?
Yeah, how am I supposed to watch you if you're not all here? Wherever if you leave, if you all leave together, then it feels like, oh, okay, well, they're going somewhere together, so they're taken care of. But if they're leaving one by one, it's like that pack mentality comes back of like, well, we're supposed to stay together, don't you know that? It's like not very safe for you to separate from the group. So it's the same kind of thing. Like, how do I watch you if you're not here? That kind of thing.
Okay. Anything else you want to tell her? I don't know. You tell her.
I guess
You good?